To tell you guys the truth, I did not recognize Haruno the first time around when I saw her in that donut shop. Like the animation in this season, I did not recognize her. Like she was totally different from season one. Season one, she had blackish hair, purplish, blackish, and then in this season it's pure purple. And I was like, who is this chick? And then I'm like, oh, Haruno? This is Haruno? I did not recognize her for a second there. So, in this episode of My Teen Romantic Comedy, they introduced a new girl in this, from the promos. And when me and Shaq, saw this, we said, actually, I think I told Shaq, who's this chick? Did we see her in season one? And he said, no, I don't think so. Apparently her name is Iroha, and she's been nominated anonymously from somebody to be the student council president. And she goes to the service club to figure out, if she can get out of this or, lose the whole election altogether. So apparently they think that losing it should be a good idea. And Hachiman tried to figure out a way how to lose in this, how to make her lose in this competition, getting someone else to say her speech for her, to make the voters seem like she's less confident to not vote for her, which I kind of thought that would have been a kind of good idea there, but it has to be something like that. But if it were me, I would be saying some stuff negative, something that make people not to vote for me, in this kind of situation. And apparently Iroha knows Hachiman's true colors, and she can more to him. I don't know why, but I believe she knew him from middle school or something like that. I don't know. It's she was first introduced, I believe, in volume 7. I believe it was either a light novel or one of the mangas. I never read the mangas. I just looked her up after I watched this episode. So yeah, she's a character now. And also in this episode, there was a lot of tension within the characters, well, not really intentional, but with Hachiman, what he did last episode with, especially with Hachiman's sister asking him what happened during the whole trip, and then he just refused to tell. And also in this episode we had Haruno. She's back. And we had a bunch of these characters that came out of nowhere, knew Hachiman from middle school, and who Hachiman asked out but got rejected by. And Hachiman tried to, he's always Hachiman and always says stuff negative, and he even was kind of negative to Haruno there. And I believe Hayato came into the situation too, and Hachiman's saying she's always trying to torment me or something like that, because, he's always negative like that. And, it seems like Haruno really cares for Hachiman, because it seems like Haruno's trying to pair up Unico with Hachiman. I ship that. But, so overall, the whole episode was just basically Hachiman, Haruno's return, which I hope we see her more of in this season. The new girl, Iroha, trying to get her to lose an election. And I believe the next episode will be about, more of Iroha, possibly them talking about how to make her lose in this election, because I kind of feel like each episode kind of compares itself from, the first episode. The first episode had, them talking about kind of pair up with Hinata, and then the second episode was kind of from episode 1. So I believe episode 4 is going to revolve around what this episode is going to be. So that's it on this review. I would have to give this I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10, because the return of Haruno, I have to give it 8 out of 10 because the animation threw me off on Haruno. I did not recognize her when she came into the mix in this episode. So I'm glad to see she's back. So that's it. Peace out, you guys.